Play cousin, can I encourage you to push the boundaries of your comfort zone? I've never considered myself an entrepreneur. I've always considered myself a creative person who knows how to hustle up an income for herself. 2025 is causing me to push a lot of those boundaries, and I want to encourage you to push those boundaries so that you can demand more. Let's talk about it. Hey, Play Cousins, Essence Revealed. I wanted to just do a quick check in with you because I've been missing from these YouTube streets. I am currently in between and transitioning from trucking situations, and that is a whole other another that we will discuss at another time. I'm also in a place in 2025 where I am forcing myself to stretch my comfort zones and boundaries. And it's making me think of a lot of my creative friends, right? Because one of the many and various things that I did for money before driving was I was in the world of burlesque. And it's normal for a local burlesque gig to pay anywhere from, let's say, $50 per act up to maybe 150 to 200 per act. And, that's a pretty normal thing. So imagine now I am working with a mentor who is encouraging all of us to create $1,000 offer. And I got to tell you, it is pushing my comfort levels in a way that I am surprised at because honestly, doing burlesque, I know that for private gigs, I definitely charged more than a lot of people who won awards and crowns and all of that kind of thing. Because I know the value that I bring to an audience. I know the value that I bring to a stage. And this new realm that I'm in, I'm building that confidence slowly. And there are those who have bigger names and more experience in the industry who are able to charge larger amounts for private gigs. But those kinds of corporate private gigs are fewer and further in between for the average performer. So I just want to say in 2025, I am going to encourage performers to think about stretching your boundaries as well, stretching your comfort zones as well in terms of the gigs that you'll accept. You won't be able to get everyone to pay you what you want to pay you because some producers don't negotiate high enough pay for them to be able to pay you more from the venue owners, right? So it's not always going to happen. But I got to tell you, I was always happy to stay at home rather than accept a gig that was paying way less than I should have been and then being resentful, right? I would much rather work less for better pay than to try to make it up by working myself to death. And in 2025, in this political climate, I'm going to say that we really need to think about charging in terms of our value and the value that we bring as opposed to the time, right? So I'm going to encourage you to watch the YouTube channels of women like Rachel Rogers, watch the YouTube channels of women like Arlen Hamilton, watch the YouTube channels of those who interview actual entrepreneurs. And you'll see that in a lot of the cases, when people charge more, what happens is that they end up attracting better and higher quality clients. They end up doing less work, and so therefore are less work for more money, and so therefore their stress levels go down. So in 2025, I am right there with you. Trust me. I was told to create $1,000 offer, and what I managed to do was triple my price. So it's about a third of that. But we'll get there. We'll get there. So what is your stretch? How are the ways that you can, push your comfort zones and start to ask for more of what the value is that you provide? Because in this environment with inflation doing what it does, we really can't afford to be undercharging for what it is we do. So I just wanted to bring you that little message, and I will be back on these YouTube streets with more trucking and financial independence information and telling you about how things turn out when I get on the other side of this transitional period. So be on the lookout for that, and I will talk to you soon, Play Cousin. What if I told you that I could help you with your finances, even if you're starting off in debt, even if you are intimidated and confused by the stock market? If you are a woman, especially if you're a woman over 40, I can help you because I am on a financial freedom journey myself, and I've been having conversations with my friends, and some of them actually are listening, and I know they're getting results because they've told me about it. I'll put a link to a video down below where I talk about this. I'll also put a link to a free 14-day challenge where I break down the basics of the stock market in easy to understand language in short 5-minute videos where you can now go from confusion about the stock market to confidence in being a long-term investor, even within the community. So I'll put a link down there to that so that you can do the free 14-day challenge.